It's just me again, obviously. I wanted to do a little quick video for you. Just so you guys know ahead of time, my Premiere Pro is not working right now, so bear with me. I'm going to not be editing for a little bit. The way I was going to do it, I was actually, a friend was going to help me, and that didn't work out. So here I am, and I'm just going to do a video anyways, because why not? So today, what I really wanted to talk to you guys about, I just got back from a really cool activity, mentorship kind of group, and it was talking about authentic leadership. And for me, that's super important because I really pride myself in being a teacher to many people. And without understanding the role of a leader, you're not really able to grasp anyone's attention or teach them anything because you're not going to know where to even start. So it was really, really handy to be able to go to this and kind of find exactly what it was that I might have been missing. So the leadership thing was talking about your confidence, and they really tapped into how authenticity sometimes gets mistaken for being transparent or for being completely vulnerable, and there is a time and place for that sort of connection piece. And I found that really, really interesting because I, as you know, am a very strong believer of being open and honest and true to you guys about who I am and not really holding anything back. But the other thing with that is I also, in some of my relationships, find that I really do hold myself back a little bit. And I think that you probably do this same thing where you kind of try to monitor a little bit. And if you don't, maybe that is something that you need to work on. But it is something that helps others feel comfortable, because if you just spew out any information to somebody and it's not really a connected piece to them and you're not really paying attention to the person in front of you, you might lack in that really strong element that's going to help you get that connection. And being authentic and being a really strong matter of self and reflecting that to people doesn't have to come straight from being completely vulnerable in all aspects. It's just about connecting to the person at a different level of understanding and really listening deeply to what they're telling you. And when you're asking them questions, trying to relate your own personal experiences with the person in front of you. So the reason I'm doing this video, as you can see, is I just want to let you guys know that it's okay to be your true, authentic self and to use your story as a tool to guide you through that. Some people, you can use other people's stories, of course, but the problem with that is it doesn't come from that authentic being. It doesn't come from that authentic place of self and what you have kind of gone through. So emotionally, you're not quite as in tune. Of course, empathic people have an easier time relating sometimes to people, and that comes from their emotional resiliency and the degree of emotion that they're able to experience based on their own things that they've gone through. Empaths typically have gone through a lot of stuff, but that's what makes them so unique and amazing. And I bet you guys out there's probably a few empaths that are like, yeah, but it's a lot of emotion to go through. And it sometimes feels like nobody's going to understand, but that's not the truth. And the truth is that a lot of people are going to understand it. It's just, you have to find common ground in the sense of, the level of intensity in the emotion. And that's pretty much it. So I wanted to do this video because of my own personal thing. As you guys know, with getting my book out, starting my business, that sort of thing, it's been difficult for me almost to come out and say, hey, this is who I am, just primarily based on some of the struggles that I've gone through. And, my family, they are wonderful in certain elements, and my experiences have allowed me to really feel things a little bit differently than some people. And I think that's what makes it so great for me to connect with others. And I think a lot of other people will relate with that. That some of the traumas that I had did help me, but it also has held me back from grabbing hold of my own success. And it's really going to come down to me just being authentically myself and not looking at the exterior sources that are around me and letting that determine where I see my self-worth, where I find my self-awareness. And yeah, so just being who I am and embracing that. So I've had a lot of fears with that, just because obviously my family hasn't had the best financial situations. And for me, in order to help them with that, I'm going to need to step out of that certain area that I used to believe I was and believe that I could only be because of my surroundings, my environment, and that sort of stuff. And take that and basically throw it in the trash can and say, to hell with that. That is not my future, because my future is associated with helping and being able to financially stabilize my life and help other people do the same thing and change their life. And that all comes down to really that self-awareness and that self-confidence and the understanding of the different elements that are associated with who I am as an individual and how I communicate with other people about that as well. Because when you're communicating with people, you tend to communicate through an inner source that sometimes we don't really pay attention to. That's like your conscious and your subconscious, and your body will actually react as well in the same way. So we had talked in the program about like body understanding and being comfortable with knowing what you have for your body and your inner feelings and that emotional roller coaster that goes through you, and just allowing it to be what it is, but just picturing it and moving forward. And it is very difficult sometimes when you're starting to work on your confidence and find your own voice and speak to other people with clarity and understanding and connection. It can be very, very difficult at times without really focusing and breathing and understanding who you are. And it all really comes down to your body. It comes down to what you are feeding yourself in the big picture, food, the people you're surrounding yourself with, and what you're telling yourself. So what I want you to do is I want you to be as aware of who you are as you possibly can be, and try to disassociate what you think you are based on your previous past traumas and things like that, and really try to go into it and make peace with the past, make peace with the different elements that they very well have shaped you to who you are today, but that doesn't mean that's what you can accomplish and not your authentic self. And you don't have to tell the world everything, but what you do have to tell the world is what you want from the world, where you want to go, how you want to do it. And you want to use that level of connection with another in order to do that. So ground in yourself, find out who you are, and reach out to those beautiful people in your life and ask them permission to be who they are as well. So by being your authentic self, you are going to give them permission to do that. but know the level of comfort that that person is kind of dealing with and the level of trust that you have in that person. And sometimes that's a very slow build, but that's all I wanted to tell you guys today. I'm feeling really empowered. I really want to get this book out, and I hope you guys can relate in some of this stuff, and I hope I'm teaching you something new or you're picking something up from this. And if you are, I'd really love if you could leave a comment and just tell me what you connected with the most, because to me it's very important to connect with people and allow them to change their lives for themselves. And even if it's the smallest little thing that I said that really hit home for you, I love hearing that. It's kind of like a check mark, like, yes, you did it. Perfect. It's that approval. It's that thank you. And I want you to do more videos, and I want you to help me be who I am and empower me to be more of my authentic self and to get that confidence and to go after my dreams and make myself a success. The success that I see myself as, not anybody else. So if you enjoyed this, you can like it, and I hope you do. Share it with your friends if you feel like it's motivating. I know there's a lot of people that are in like that self-help development area. Share it with those people. See if, maybe this is something that they need as that motivation to push to the next level a little bit, because like me, if they're a projector, I've stated this before, they need to take it from another source, and I could be that source for you because I just had sources from other people. So I hope this is beneficial. If you want to get more of my videos, I am trying to do it at least once a week, and I will really, really try to get Premiere myself, but I was getting it through a friend, and it didn't work out the way I had planned. So I apologize to anybody who was looking for a more done up video. But yeah, so I love you guys, and I hope to do another video soon. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope that I helped you in some way. Much love, you guys. Toodles.